Sunny food screen. Old man. Old man.
Hello, Ajahn.
Linda.
Dhamma brothers and sisters, let us all pay respects to Ajahn together.
How many people are attending?
16 people.
16 people. Okay, so go ahead. Shoot.
Yeah, so any Dhamma brothers and sisters who have questions to ask Ajahn, please you can just unmute yourself. Anyone would like to start first? No one?
You just came to look at me, oh?
Yeah, I think everyone needs to see Ajahn. So, okay, Joe, you want to unmute yourself?
Okay, so.
Oh, hello, Bhante. I'm always the first person to ask a question. I don't know. I wait for somebody else, but I guess it'll be me again. So I'm reading Wisdom Develops Samadhi. And Langtu Mahabua said what popped out at me was some people don't get into Samadhi very easily. Use to get to Samadhi. And I thought, well, that sounds like me, someone who thinks too much. And so I started doing asubha and body contemplation more in my meditation. And I do find I'm more focused when I do that. But then if I listened to an old Dhamma talk of yours from a few years ago, and you were saying not to do that so much. Anyway, so say I meditate 5 to 6 hours a day. So right now, I started doing the asubha, maybe 3 hours or 4 hours of that, and then samatha the other times. But I'm wondering if I'm doing it too much. Should I, out of my 5 or 6 hours, about 2 of those hours are walking meditation, the rest is sitting. How much should I do body contemplation during the day?
I mean, it really depends on your sati, yeah? I mean, body contemplation is actually visualizing the things that you want to contemplate. With your yeah. Can you do that?
The body parts.
Yeah, but you only take one body part until you see it with your inner eyes.
Okay, so I do one body part at a time. I don't know that I'm getting to it really. I'm imagining it more than it naturally.
Yeah, it's okay.
Appearing to me.
It's okay. You can focus. You can focus on the imagination until it becomes real. And once you have a stable image, then dissect it. Yeah. I mean, right. Be it the whole body or be it a body part, dissect it. You want to understand the nature of the body part.
Yeah? Right.
But samadhi is not an option. Yeah.
Pardon, what was that?
Samadhi is not optional. We have to train samadhi, and you should not do 3 hours of contemplation and 3 hours of samatha. You should, maybe in the beginning only 1 or 2 hours of contemplation. Yeah, if it helps you a little bit with your samadhi, I mean, then start with contemplation and then do the samatha afterwards. Yeah.
Okay.
Because most of the time, when our sati is not strong, I mean, our contemplation will not bear any fruits. Yeah? Well, what I mean with bearing fruits, you will see if your investigation of the body bears fruit, you become very easily angered or very easily irritated. That's when your contemplation bears fruit. Yeah? If you don't, you just play around. Yeah? And it's just thinking about something, you know, or visualizing without getting results. So I mean, try, yeah. Everybody has the same problem, you know, in the beginning with samadhi, yeah. So we have to force it. We have to force it, you know. Okay, Steph, come back, come back, come back, you know. Huh? And don't get disheartened, yeah. It won't work maybe it won't work for 1 year or 2 years, you know, but you have to train, yeah? You have to force yourself, yeah? Okay, just force it back, yeah? That's where we need the strength, to force the attention back to the breath or back to the Buddha, yeah? We don't have to force the Buddha or we don't have to force the breath, but we have to force the mind to come back to the object of, be it the investigation or be it the samatha object. Okay, understood?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hendrik, understood? And people try to force it, you know, I mean, you just get headaches, yeah? When you force it too much, huh? Where you need to force is, you know, to bring the object back because the mind doesn't want to go back to the Buddha. Huh? That's where you need the force. Once it is on the Buddha, you don't need any force. Huh? Okay, next question.
Is Hendrik and HT there?
Hendrik is there.
HT?
HT is also here. And Gilbert.
Gilbert.
Gilbert wants to stay here and ordain.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Anyone else can raise your hand or unmute yourself.
Nobody.
Good morning, Devante.
Yeah?
Just greetings here from the United States.
Yeah.
But I know that you probably don't place much importance on dreams, but I still would like to ask you, is there any sign or anything that we could get from dreams? I'm asking because not only my dreams are mostly, you know, or bizarre things or sometimes sexual things. I'm getting very good on the sexual ones to cut myself and stop. And I'm glad about that. I feel happy about that. But this last week, I had a dream for the first time where I started to hear Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato from the distance. And I was doing something weird or mundane or whatever, and then that really caught my attention.
Mm-hmm.
And I followed the sound. And then I got to this place where you know, what it seems to be monks, you know, shaving heads, and I don't remember much after that, but that really caused a big impact on me. So I wonder if there's any importance that I should place on that, or
I would not place too much importance on that, yeah. But this doesn't look like it was a dream. It was sort of a lucid dream, yeah, where you could decide to go to, yeah. You could decide to go towards the sound and see something. Yeah? I mean, it's okay, yeah. I mean, even if we have these nimittas, yeah, lucid dreams are more like nimittas. Even if we have these nimittas, most of the time we do not understand our importance. Yeah? Not yet. Maybe later on we understand our importance. Yeah? Notice it, you know. I mean, it is okay, yeah. But the other dreams, you know, I mean, just get rid of them. Yeah. especially in the morning when you wake up, yeah, don't even think about them, because otherwise they bother you the whole day, yeah. They will constantly come up and during the day. But this nimitta, this is okay, I mean, you can pull it up later on, and look at it, yeah. And especially if it was a nice nimitta, a nice dream, yeah, or lucid dream, yeah. But that's it, yeah. There's no special, I don't see any special importance, yeah, of it, yeah, unless you have within your heart the intention to become a monk, yeah.
Well, actually, I do.
So I mean, something, your heart, when you're in the state of sleep, something pulls you towards, yeah. But that could be a sign, yeah. But the other dreams, I wouldn't put so much attention on it, especially sexual dreams are. Yeah. I mean, when you notice that you have a sexual dream, I mean, have one of these super pictures ready, yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
Yes. Sure.
yeah, super
Yes.
pictures ready, and then change it, yeah, and then the sexual dream instantly will stop, yeah.
Okay. No, normally for years now I've been becoming very good at finding or waking up while in the middle of the dream when I notice that I'm doing something that is sexual.
Yeah.
So that I don't know. I feel a little proud about that actually, but I'm still working on it.
Yeah.
It's really difficult. But that seems to be like for me it's a big step, big stone.
Not only for you, for everyone. Yeah. And that's why we have the Asupa ready, I mean, to step in, to counteract this.
Yes.
And see it, I mean, see how it works, yeah. If you have these Asupa images ready, see how it instantly stops everything, yeah. I mean, no matter what, no matter if you have an erection, I mean, it instantly boops, goes down, yeah, when you really apply the image, yeah. So I mean, you have to ready that. It is the only thing for us as monks, I mean, to be able to live a celibate life, yeah. If you don't have something, if you don't have a tool ready, for countering sexual activity, yeah, or countering sexual dreams, yeah. I mean, if you don't have a tool ready, I mean, we would all disrobe sooner or later, yeah. So I mean, developing this is very helpful, for a monk. It is essential, yeah. Okay.
Yes, I believe so, but I do it, and I've been celibate for about 5 years now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it has been a real hard struggle, but I'm proud of my results so far.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, keep it. Yeah. But it is difficult for everyone. Yeah. I mean, raga tanha, or sensual desire, is the most obnoxious. It's the most obnoxious driver for every one of us. Yeah, and every one of us is pretty much in the same situation. Yeah. I remember a story that Lungta told about one of the monks, I mean, he got sexual arousement, and it wouldn't go away, so he took a razor blade, and put it to his throat and said, yeah, if you don't go away, I'd rather kill myself than to give in, yeah. So it can be that strong, yeah. And then the moment he put it there, it did go away, yeah. So that's quite a method, yeah.
Well, yeah, I understand that, Bantu, because actually recently, like last week, I was gaining a lot of I guess progress where I wouldn't be bothered by women around looking good or anything like that so much, and I was able to concentrate and pay attention. But then this other day, just suddenly, I saw a beautiful woman, and it was like
Yeah.
really of pulling me. And then I was thinking to myself, but I don't want this. I'm not looking for this. It's just something that, it's like another person or something.
No.
And it's very annoying. And then I thought to myself, well, if I start to get, frustrated about this, then that will be another kilesa that I have to fight, like now it's frustration on top of the other one.
If you see a beautiful woman, on the street, or more or less beautiful, and you feel attracted to her, turn it into something, something that is completely, just tear her skin off, yeah, and then look at her, without skin, yeah, or without hair, without skin, yeah. Do you like it? Yeah, the attraction is instantly gone. So learn this, it is, it is for us as monks, immensely important, yeah. And for you, if you want to continue your celibate life, it is also important, yeah, that you have this tool ready. Yeah? Okay?
Yeah, thank you, Martin.
What is?
Ich habe einen ähnlichen Mechanismus, dass wenn ich sexuelle Träume habe, dass ich keinen Sex in meinem Traum haben kann, weil immer wenn es dann quasi so weit kommt, sage ich mir so, nee, ich bin Buddhist.
Was, du bist was?
Buddhist mache ich nicht.
Ja, ein Buddhist, das hat mit dem Buddhismus nichts zu tun.
Oder ich sage mir, Precepts mache ich nicht. Und dann ist es sofort weg. Und dann ist der Traum an der Stelle zu Ende. Aber tagsüber...
Was?
Naja, tagsüber kann ich irgendwie 1-2 Stunden lang brauchen, bis ich irgendwann sage, okay, jetzt hör endlich mal auf damit. Und ich frage mich, wie kann es sein, dass ich im Traum, wo ich ja so viel weniger meiner Handlungen bewusst bin, das so gut hinkriege, wie kann ich das rausholen?
Träume sind relativ kurz. Ja? Das sind 3 oder 4 oder 5 Bilder, ne? und 4 oder 5 Gedanken, und wenn du sagst Schluss, dann ist Schluss. Ja? Aber wenn du 2 Stunden lang da mit den Gedanken da rumspielst, dann ist es natürlich sehr schwer, das loszulassen. Ja? Und auch für euch, auch für die Frauen, das ist genau dasselbe Problem. Das hat ja nichts mit den Männern zu tun. Ja? Ihr müsst es super machen. Ihr müsst das Objekt, das euch anzieht, müsst ihr in etwas Scheußliches verwandeln, in etwas Hässliches verwandeln. Wenn du mit diesem Objekt rumspielst, dann musst du da die Haare rausreißen, und die Haut abziehen, und dann hinschauen. Wenn du das bloße Fleisch siehst, dann ist deine Attraktion sofort weg. Verstehst du? Aber das wollen wir natürlich nicht. Deswegen müssen wir das üben. Ja?
Mir fehlt irgendwie so ein bisschen die Abschreckung bei so einen Sachen. Mich ekelt das auch nicht an, irgendwie ein totes Tier oder so zu sehen.
Ja, weil du dich da abschirmst. Du musst, wenn du das betrachtest, musst du sofort den Gedanken haben, genauso schaue ich innen drin aus. Aber du würdest nie mit einem Mann Sex haben wollen, ohne dass der eine Haut anhat. Du würdest ihn gar nicht mehr anfassen wollen, weil du das Fleisch und das blutige Fleisch, würdest du nicht anfassen wollen. Du würdest ihn auch nicht umarmen wollen oder sonst irgendwas. Oder?
Ich würde ehrlich gesagt auch so keinen mehr anfassen wollen. Es ist nur...
Ja, das ist gedanklich. Das ist gedanklich.
Nein. Aber das ist ein anderes Thema.
Gewisse Dinge sind gedanklich, nein, wir wollen das nicht, aber trotzdem die Lust kommt hoch, und dann brauchen wir was anderes. Ja? Dann brauchen wir etwas Realeres. Ja? So, did the other mages understood what I was? You also need to prepare a super. Yeah? Sexual desire is there, it is the strongest, not only sensual desire, but the sexual desire is the strongest, yeah? And you will not survive if you don't have any weapon, to counteract it, yeah? And try to counteract it as soon as possible, yeah? Only if you have a weapon to counteract it, then you can start to play around with it. to see how it works. Yeah. Yeah. So you bring up these beautiful pictures, or these, yeah, and then turn it on, into a low-sum picture, and then see how it works. Yeah. But if you don't have this tool, yeah, then don't do it.
Another thing, just from a female perspective, is that visualization usually has nothing to do with sexual desire for women.
I don't know. Yeah, but there is an object.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be. It's physical rather than visual.
Yeah, then even if it is physical, yeah, yeah, I mean, there must be some mental state behind it. If it's physical, yeah, I mean, then you have to find something, that this physical becomes abhorrent, yeah, yeah, whatever, yeah. But in the end, I mean to say, yeah, I mean, so it's understood, huh? Who is there sitting there behind? I can't hardly see it. Joanne, yeah, yeah, yeah. We say in English, you say no fool like an old fool. The older we get, the more foolish we get. So I mean, it's essential also for you, to do this body contemplation. It's essential for every one of us. It's a long time that I've been a woman, so I don't really know how it is. But there's your menstruation pause, or menstruation, whatever it is, I mean, there's a lot of things there. So we don't have that there. God thanks. But we have other problems. Okay, so next question.
Yeah, Eric, you want to go ahead?
All right, thank you, Zani. I would like to first of all wish Bante and all the best in the health and happiness and joy. My sending my love and respect to Bante. Bante, my question is, if a person who has good sati, is it possible for that person to still dream in night when he sleep?
If a person has perfect sati, then he will not dream. But we don't have perfect sati, so he will still dream. Yeah. So even if you have good sati, you still will dream. Yeah.
Okay.
And the longer you sleep, the more you are, the more you're likely to dream. Yeah. If you only sleep for 2 hours, yeah, and then get up, and put your practice, and practicing, then you won't dream. Yeah. Because the first 2 hours of our sleep is not dreamless, huh? But then, once we get into a certain state of relaxation, then the dreams come in. Yeah? That's what I found. That's what I found out. If I sleep 1.5 hours or 2 hours, I mean, there is no dreams. If I sleep 3 or 4 hours, then the dreams come in. Yeah.
Okay.
And an arahant also has dreams. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was thinking, when I was in Bandat, some of these thoughts came up, and I said, an arahant doesn't dream anymore, yeah. And then Lumta, who was just giving a talk, said some people really believe that arahants can't dream anymore, yeah. It's so foolish to think that. You always counteracted my wrong thoughts, that when I was in the West, you have so many stupid ideas of what an arahant is like, or what nibbana is like. Yeah? So whenever this thought, I entertained one of these thoughts, he came out, and said, some people think like this. That's not the way.
Okay, sorry.
Next.
Yeah, Fiona. You can unmute yourself. Yeah.
Good evening, Ajahn, and hope everyone is well at your monastery. I'm just a beginning in a beginner in meditation, but I have a problem which is physiological. A year ago, my body I started to lean on one side, and then there are a lot of movements like front and back, up and down, bobbing up and down.
Yeah.
And when I try to do the breath meditation and concentrate on the in and out, I can do it quite well in the beginning, but I'm still overcome by the movements of the body. And today, for example, I tried to do 40 minutes. Eventually, I cannot stop the movement, and I have to end it. So I don't know whether there's any other meditation method I can use, or what else do I just continue like this? Or what is your advice?
There's a way, you know, when you do a lot of walking meditation, this thing will not happen.
It happens. It also
When you
happens.
do walking meditation,
Yes.
not only sitting meditation, what happens when?
Standing and walking, my body will move.
Your sati is not strong enough.
It's not
So,
strong.
yeah. How fast are you walking?
How fast?
Yeah.
Move, no. So I just follow. Yeah.
Walk faster a little bit and see what is happening. And don't do the Buddha together with the feet. Just do Buddha, 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 Buddha. Yeah? Yeah? And then walk relatively fast, yeah? And then you will see, you know, it might not come up. Yeah? It is a problem, you know, that the chitta, you know, I mean, that it is not obvious to us, you know, but the chitta moves the body, yeah? And if the chitta is not fully concentrated, then the movement starts, yeah? So if we are not fully concentrated on the Buddha or on the breath, then this movement starts, yeah? So it's always a sign, you know, that we are not really fully concentrated when the body starts to trip here, or trip there, or move up and move down, yeah? And we don't have enough sati to see, yeah, the intention, yeah, of the chitta to move the body, because before the body can move, there needs to be an intention. If we can catch the intention, yeah, then the body does not move. Yeah? But to catch, yeah, I just say it for other people, you know. Yeah? But that requires a lot of sati, you know, to catch the intention. Yeah, catching the intention before a thought arises. Yeah, that you want to think, and it's not easy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, try it. You know, try to walk a little bit faster. Yeah. as if you hurry to go to work. Yeah.
I'll give it a try.
Yeah. And otherwise, you know, just stop it, you know, and yeah, I mean, when it is too much after 40 minutes, then stop it, yeah, open your eyes, you know, breathe through, and, you know, and then do it again and see what is happening. Sometimes it can be also tiredness, yeah. Okay?
Yeah, have a break. Thank you.
Anyone next? Anyone have questions? No.
May I ask one more question, Bhante?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I have also another curiosity. How come sometimes when a person, if you just wake him up, that person can straight away engage in a phone call as if like he was just a normal talking. But when other person, when you wake up the person and then he talk on the phone, you will know he's been sleeping because he's a bit groggy or mumbling. But other people straight away you can alert and talk like you won't know he has been sleeping.
That's a training, yeah. I mean, people who train, you know, when they wake up to be awake, you know, This is a certain training. Yeah. I mean, a lot of soldiers train like this. I mean, the moment they wake up, they are up there. Yeah. And they don't go to sleep again. But people, who wake up, and then, put their head on the other side, of the pillow, yeah, these people, when you call them, they will be grumpy, yeah. Yeah? So it is a training. It's a training, when waking up, yeah. So if you wake up, in the moment you realize you want to be awake, and then you are awake, yeah. But if I want to sleep again, and then you turn around, then, yeah, I mean, then when you wake up the second time, you will not be alert. You will be sleepy, and drowsy and grumpy and whatever, yeah. Okay?
So even like people who are already awake, but you can see they are grumpy in the morning. They won't have the breakfast in the grumpy face.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on. I mean, sometimes people are grumpy because they had a bad dream, or I mean, or they think about whatever, huh? Whatever kind of thoughts or memories come up the moment you wake up. I mean, it really colors your day. Yeah, you have to be very careful. Yeah. So what we do as practitioners is the moment we wake up, yeah, we erase all the memory of our dreams or the thoughts that we have and think Buddha, and then we don't get grumpy, yeah, hopefully.
Okay.
Unless we let other thoughts come in. The moment we remember something, from what happened yesterday and was a very unpleasant situation, and then we entertain this thought, then of course, our mood changes, yeah? Okay?
Kengun, yeah, go ahead.
Hi, Ajahn. The other day, you recommended me to look into the 31 realms in Buddhism, and thankfully it has helped me to cope with some of my fear of death, like being aware that there's more fortunate people. So during one of my meditation, so my question is, during one of my meditation, like I encounter some intense fear, and I try to let it go. And part of this letting go is like using coaxing, like trying to express a certain form of loving kindness towards the fear. And then I found a certain peace from that. What should I do from here on, and if I should continue the same method?
Let me ask, is it about fear? Or what is it? What is the problem?
Yes. The problem is there is fear that is coming up during my meditation.
Okay.
So
can I said yes, you can do, you can do some metta, then the fear will go away. But I also said, to really get to know what is the feeling of fear. Yeah. Fear is something that is very important. Yeah. After we do investigation of painful feelings, yeah, the next feeling that we really have to investigate is fear. Yeah, because fear comes up. Yeah. Sometimes fear comes up because the breath is so subtle and we don't know that the breath is there anymore. Or fear can come up, because of something of the unknown. We are afraid of the unknown. Yeah. So really go into the feeling of fear without thinking about fear. Yeah? Just go into the feeling, experience it, with the whole body, and then ask yourself what kind of thought or what kind of memory came before this feeling of fear arose. You understand that? Yeah? Because
so
you
are saying that I should investigate and try to experience the fear.
Yeah.
Instead of like trying to think about it and intellectualize it.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. If it's too strong, yeah. You can still use, you still can use, produce, or try to go into metta, to get rid of the fear. But this is not, then the fear is still there, yeah, and we don't know why it is coming up, yeah. So it is essential, sooner or later, to go into this fear, yeah, and see really, yeah, and ask yourself, what am I afraid of, yeah? Right? Once you can feel the fear, ask what I'm afraid of, yeah, and then see what kind of thoughts or what kind of memories came before that. Once you can see them, do not judge them, yeah, and then roll back, until you find really the thought or the stone, that caused all these problems, yeah. And sometimes it is really helpful, if you think, or if you have the feeling it is essential fear, to go into this fear, and really, yeah. I mean, we are born to die, yeah. So sooner or later we will die, yeah. Yeah. So, to cope with this fear of death, this is very helpful, yeah. Or we are fearful of injury, yeah. Or most of the people in this world are fear of the unknown, yeah. That's why they want to live with their family, and live only with people who they know, and every stranger, makes them afraid, yeah, because they don't know, yeah. And our path of practice is to get into the unknown. You understand that?
Yeah.
To be free of that fear of the unknown. Huh? Instead of entertaining the fear, we ask, oh, what is this? Just like we are explorers of a new continent, yeah? We don't know what is happening. Oh, let's see. What is happening after this? What is happening after that, yeah?
Yeah, sometimes my fear can get quite intense and
yeah, then if it gets too intense, then stop, yeah? Stop the meditation, do a little bit of metta, and then go, yeah? And after the fear is gone, reflect what came before the fear, yeah? You can do the reflection even then, yeah? What was so intense, yeah? Because in order to be intense, the fear needs to have some fuel, yeah? And the fuels are thoughts and memories, yeah? And these thoughts and memories show you what is the fear about. Yeah? Okay? So if it becomes intense, stop it, yeah, do some metta or whatever, whatever helps you, to calm down the fear, and then do reflection. What actually came before that fear? Yeah? Before the feeling of fear. What kind of memory? What kind of thought? What came before that? What came before that? What came before that? Until you find out, what is this fear about? And then you can go very rational about this. Yeah? I was born. I was not afraid to be born. Yeah, I know I'm going to die sooner or later. My parents or my grandparents have died. Some of my friends have died. And so on. People die in the war every day. Yeah. So sooner or later I will have to face death, yeah? That's why the Lord Buddha said to us, to face death, maranasati, yeah? It's very useful, and we should do it every day. The daily reflection about death is something that we should do every day, actually, yeah? Okay? So, are there some more questions, yeah?
Larry? Larry, yeah.
Yeah. So, Bhante, regarding death, the thing about death is, I think the thing that is more scary than the thought of death is not dying itself, but is the suffering that we have to go through before dying. The body goes through before dying.
Yeah, pain of death. Yeah? But also, not only the pain of death, but also the fear of the unknown. Huh? If some people are afraid to die, because they know they go to hell, yeah? Or they will be born as an animal, or as a ghost, yeah? It is not out, it is, one thing certainly is the pain of death, yeah? But some people, go to sleep, and yeah, while they sleep, they are dead, yeah? They die, yeah? Some people die a very violent death, yeah? Some people are tortured to death, yeah? Yes, there is the pain of death, but, yeah, there's also the fear of the unknown. Do you know where you're going to be reborn? Huh? Are you sure that you're not going to hell? It's very hot there. Huh? You understand? Huh? I mean, we have to, when we contemplate death, we have to contemplate all aspects of death. Huh? Not, also the physical pain, but also, the fear of the unknown. What is happening? Yeah. If you go to New York and go to the Bronx, through a dark alley, you don't know what is going to happen. Yeah. Maybe some people are standing there, and beat you to death. Yeah. In Malaysia, it is not very likely, but anyway, yeah. I mean, things like that can happen, yeah. So it's a fear, yeah. It's a fear of the unknown. It's a pain of death, yeah. Okay. So come on, more questions, more live questions, and then we go to the other kind of questions.
Okay, Viru, you want to go ahead? Can you unmute yourself?
Yeah. What is your question? You have to unmute. I don't understand the thing. Okay.
First of all, Ajahn, I want to pay my respects to you and to thank you to have this session. When, for example, beautiful sights coming through the eye, one can work with that, as you mentioned it before. But how can I do or deal with, for example, attractive sounds coming in through the ear? I mean, for example, certain type of music that put me in an energetic mode, but it's like a kind of maybe to a little bit addicted.
Yeah, I mean,
how to deal with that?
there is a training to only hear, yeah, and not making anything out of it. Yeah. I mean, the moment you hear the music, you say you like it or you dislike it, yeah, or you try to match it to one of the the kinds that you like, yeah. Leave out your thoughts, and just listen to what is there, yeah. That takes out the attraction, yeah. Because the attraction comes through thoughts and through memories, yeah. You had a memory when you heard the first time this kind of sound, yeah. And these memories come in, and it is a pleasant memory, yeah. Sometimes we hear something and we get an unpleasant memory, yeah. So leave out the thoughts, stay with the Buddha while you're listening, yeah. Only to hear, because sound is sound, yeah. There's nothing attractive and there's nothing disgusting. Yeah? So if you hear some noise, I mean, from some workers, who open the street, who tear up the street, or who tear down a building, you don't like that sound, yeah. But it's still sound, and it's the same thing. Yeah? I remember one of my first retreats. Yeah, I mean. Next to the meditation hall, they were tearing up the street, it was quite an ordeal for 7 days, yeah. During the day, from morning 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock, and that's where our meditation, normal sitting meditation, yeah. And there I learned, how just to listen to the sound, not to be bothered by it, yeah. Because normally your reaction is you don't like it, you don't want it, yeah. And this, to take out this reaction, and then just listen to the sound, yeah. And you can do that with beautiful sound as well, but it's more difficult, yeah. Try it out with sounds that you don't like, yeah. Okay.
But for example, this kind of music brings me a lot of energy. Than when I feel stressed or I am tired. This kind of music put me on the mood of energy. But
yeah.
Instead of hearing that, what can I do?
Because you are able to concentrate, yeah. I mean, why we feel tired, why we feel, why we feel bored, or without energy, because we are not concentrating. Yeah. So the moment you hear the music, you concentrate on the music. Yeah. Because of course you like it, and that's why we concentrate, and then you feel energetic. Yeah. It's just like people who climb a mountain. Yeah. I mean, the fear of falling down, makes them really concentrated. Yeah. And really energetic, and so they do it over and over and over again. Yeah. It's all due to concentration. Yeah? If you do meditation and your concentration is well, then you feel very energetic. So it has nothing to do with the music. We have to pull all these things, all these labels, from these things that we think, oh, this gives me energy, that gives me energy. The fact is, it is very simple. You are concentrated on one thing. When you read a book or nice story, and you're concentrated on the book, you feel energetic. Yeah. If the book becomes boring, you feel you have no energy and you become tired and don't want to read anymore. Yeah. It's interest. Yeah. Interest is the important thing, and concentration on the same object. Yeah. Not letting the concentration. It's not the same as when we look at our smartphone. That's not concentration because too many things are going on. Concentrating on the same object. So for you it is music. Yeah. For a lot of people it is music. Yeah. Yes, you can use it, but be careful, because it's not the real thing. Yeah. The real thing is, developing this concentration, yeah, and developing this sati, this awareness, yeah, on what we are doing, why we are doing, and what is the result of our doing. Yeah? Because after you hear the music, your concentration, disappears very quickly. Yeah, the energy. Yeah. So.
Thank you very much.
Alright, can I ask a question? Can I do it now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I got meditation and I usually get to peak concentration in about 25 minutes, and it seems like a recurring thing where it's almost like something big is about to happen, and then like the concentration then goes off rails and I can't concentrate anymore. I was wondering if you have any experience with that, how to overcome that, what that is.
It's normal for every practitioner, yeah. And what the problem is, yeah, the kilesas fool you in telling you that something big is happening. So you expect something big, yeah, and then you look around and your concentration is gone, yeah. And it happens, yeah, and especially it happens to people who have really a good samadhi, yeah. They went into samadhi and stayed there for a while, they came out, yeah, and then they tried to redo the same experiment again, yeah, and they can't get in there because they're looking for the samadhi that happened, 2 or 3 days ago, yeah. What brings us to samadhi, what brings us to concentration is, yeah, like I often say, digging a hole. The moment you stop digging, the hole will disappear, yeah. So you stay with the Buddha or you stay with the breath, yeah? When this thought comes in, and it comes in, it creeps in, something is big, no, huh? Fake, yeah? Just call it fake news or whatever you want, yeah? Just make it out for something, that is pulling you off, yeah? So there was a weakness, so this thought could come in, yeah? And instead of saying, no, not interested, just say not interested, yeah? Or bullshit or whatever you like, yeah? And then go back to your breath, yeah?
Okay, thank you.
Annabelle, you want to go ask your question?
Yeah?
So I had a question before about my breath, about practicing breathing in and breathing out.
Yeah.
And you advised me, if I understood correctly, to try to catch the moment when breathing in turns into breathing out.
Yeah.
So I tried to focus on the sensation of hot and cold in my nose more, to try to see if I can catch hot turning into cold, like that sensation, to catch the moment of breathing in, breathing out. But
yeah, that doesn't work.
you're not practicing right?
That's not going to work. Why I say, to focus on, try to catch the moment when the in-breath turns to out-breath or the out-breath turns to in-breath, is to make us interested. Yeah? So, to focus on the nose, that's where your concentration is. But the knowing, you should know the breath, yeah? And this is the point. When you know the breath, then you see the point, when it switches, because then there's an intention to breathe in, or there's an intention to breathe out, and you see that point, or you can see it, You will never be able, to really directly, to directly pinpoint it, But your interest in this, to catch this point, makes you so alert, that your meditation goes really well. That your concentration becomes very easy. But if you go for the feeling around the nose, that is not the way. Yeah. Okay, understood?
Okay, but then no.
No.
I
Yeah,
understand
okay.
what you're saying, but then I don't understand about when you say focus on the breath.
Yeah.
I get confused when you say focus on the breath, because what is the breath? When I see breath, when I ask myself what is breath, I just see like sensation or moving in the body. So I get confused when you say try to focus on the breath.
Yeah. You concentrate around the tip of the nose, that's where you feel the breath. Yeah. Then close your eyes. Do you know that you're breathing in, and do you know that you breathe out? Try it for the moment.
Yes, I do, but then when I try to see what it is that I know about breathing, it is
No, don't go in now. That's where you go off. Just know the breath goes in, just know the breath goes out. And then the longer you stay and the more focused you are, the more you know about, okay, the in-breath starts, the in-breath that it is at its height, now the in-breath, slowly goes out, yeah. And then there's a turning point, yeah. And then the out-breath starts, and then you see, yeah. And you know, and you focus more on this the knowingness of the breath, yeah. People in the beginning, they have to feel it, but this is not so important, yeah. The concentration should be around the nose. The knowingness is the important thing that we need to develop, yeah. See if the in-breath is long or if the in-breath is short. See, know if the in-breath is rough or if the in-breath is detailed or if it is subtle, yeah. Just know this, yeah. Try to do that until the next Zoom session. Huh? Now you understand? Yeah. So focus more on the knowing, because in the beginning people hold too much, on the feeling of what they feel. The breath comes in and the breath goes out. Yeah. But in the end, we have to more go to the knowingness. Yeah. But keep your concentration here. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. If you don't mind, I had another question as well, because sometimes when I practice myself, sometimes I get lazy. So I like to go to a group to help me motivate to practice.
To go to what?
So a group.
Yeah, a group, yeah.
But I feel, or they use like something to sit on. Well, I like to just sit with nothing.
Yeah.
But they say like, you should sit on something because it's better for your posture, and you will be more easy to meditate. Because when I sit too long, my leg becomes dead. I don't feel anything much anymore.
Yeah.
But I am fine with that.
Yeah.
But they tell me, well, it's not right. You shouldn't feel like that. But I feel like I think that is not true. So it makes me confused, and I feel like I don't feel good joining the group because it just makes me confused. So I was wondering about your thoughts on that.
You live in the West. That's where people have all sorts of ideas there. Especially in meditation groups. They think, you have to sit like this, you have to sit like this, you should sit on a high cushion, you sit on a low cushion. And then the other thing is about you should not eat this kind of food, you should not eat that kind of food, you only this food, you should drink this kind of... It's all about the body, damn it. Huh? It's nothing about the chitta. Huh? Huh? So if you don't feel well in this group, forget it, yeah. then try, the important thing is, if you later on you want to go to a monastery where you really can practice, yeah, or to a place where you can really practice, you have to get self-discipline, yeah. Ask yourself, what am I going to do with my life? Yeah? When I'm lazing around here, lying in my, looking at my smartphone, what does it bring me? Yeah? What kind of value does this kind of activity, bring me? Yeah? And the activity of meditation always brings you something. Yeah? No matter if it is hard, yeah. Even if it is hard, afterwards you feel good, yeah. Or sometimes we feel tired, yeah. But it's still better, the results of it are still better. Use the daily, sometimes I talk about the daily reflection, yeah. See what you're doing during the day, see what kind of encounters, what does it do to your heart, yeah? What you do, what you say, yeah? What kind of effect does it have on your heart, yeah? Do this kind of reflection, and this might be able to overcome the laziness. Huh? If we see, we do so many things that are completely useless. Yeah, I said, killing time. Yeah, do we have so much time? No, we don't. We actually don't have. But we constantly kill time. Texting this and looking this. Yeah, getting interested in this, and then from there we go through there, and then go to there, and then we waste 2 hours. Yeah. Huh? Where do you live?
In the Netherlands.
In Holland.
Yes.
Lots of
Do you have any suggestion for a place to go in the Netherlands? I'm not sure if you're familiar.
I think there's a meditation center in Amsterdam that is something like the Buddha House. That's a relatively good place to go. They have some sort of connection with the former Ayakema. Yeah. Where do you live? Close to Amsterdam, or?
Nijmegen.
Nijmegen. Oh, that
German border.
Isn't that close to the sea? Nijmegen.
No, close to the German border.
Close to the German border.
Yes.
Or close to the German.
It's in the middle, close to the German border.
I know only one meditation center that is quite good. That is in near Hamburg. Yeah. Otherwise, I really don't know. Yeah. No, try to with self-discipline. Yeah. See how it works. Yeah. Otherwise, you do have to go a little bit further. Yeah. Nijmegen. Yeah. I'm close to the border.
Yeah, because there are some Thai temples as well, but my Thai is not good enough yet, so I can't understand everything they
but they sometimes allow you to sit, or they sometimes have meditation sessions, yeah? And then you don't, you just listen to the Thai, you're not interested, you just listen with your heart, yeah? And you just meditate together with them, yeah? If they offer it. I don't know if they offer it, yeah? Most of the Thai temples in the West, they just do ceremony. Yeah. I was disheartened when I was in Germany. Okay. So try it out. You know what I say? Yeah. Do a little bit of reflection what you do. Yeah. And what kind of value it gives you towards your life. Yeah. And don't waste your time. Yeah. Don't kill time. Or just come to Thailand. Yeah. Huh?
Yeah, I will actually.
Yeah, hurry up, Holland and Germany and England and France, they are getting very cold now.
It is.
And you have nothing to heat, yeah? In Netherlands there is no wood, at least in Germany we have some wood to burn. Okay. So next question.
Anyone else has questions? If not, I'll just read off the questions submitted online. Ajahn, is it okay I read the questions?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So the first question, what should we do if the mind doesn't want to focus on the Buddha or breath? Should we force it?
No, we should force it, yeah. We bring it back to Buddha, yeah, and that's the only way how you learn it, yeah. It's the same thing, you know. I mean, we learned, yeah. I mean, how often, you know, this person went to school sometimes and didn't want to focus, you know, on the school. What did he do, yeah? I mean, he had to force himself to get interested, otherwise he wouldn't pass, yeah. So it's the same with meditation. You sooner or later have to force the mind coming back to the Buddha, yeah. And this, we should not, yeah, we should use force, you know, to force it back to the Buddha, yeah? And we should not get disheartened, because then the mind instantly goes back again, you know, and then we bring it back, and then we bring it back, and then we bring it back, and yeah, we need some patience. And in our times, you know, patience is something, you know, that most of us don't have anymore. Yeah? We don't have the patience, you know, to do things over and over and over again. Yeah? We want instant results, yeah? Like other people want instant karma. Okay. Next question.
Next question. Why is it worse to kill a human than something like a cockroach? I know the Buddha talked on how killing one's parents or an arahant is a greater offense than normal killing.
Then normal what?
Normal killing.
I mean, killing a human being is really grave, yeah? But killing your parents who looked after you for 20 years is similar to killing an arahant, yeah? It's a very grave offense, yeah? And people who do that, you know, go to the deepest hell for a long, long time. Yeah? It's just, you know, your parents brought you this life, yeah? And they looked after you. And no matter how long they looked after you, yeah? And the Lord Buddha said, this generosity of your parents to bring you to life and to look after you for 16 or 20 years, yeah. I mean, even if you want to, you are not able to repay that, yeah, in this lifetime. That's why it is such a grave offense, and to kill one's parents. And why would one kill one's parents anyway? But yeah, there are people, yeah, especially, you know, don't talk about it. Next question.
Next question. How to notice papancha versus contemplation?
Pancha?
It's mental
I
proliferation.
think I just Googled. It just means something like to spread the mind out and elaborate upon any sense object that arises in experience.
I mean, if you're with the Buddha, yeah, I really don't understand, you know. I mean, meditation or a samatha is you're either with the Buddha or with the breath, yeah. And
They're asking about contemplation versus this. Not so much.
Contemplation or what? What is he asking? Can you repeat it?
So, how do you notice papancha versus contemplation?
Versus contemplation. Yeah? I mean, if you have no sati, and in contemplation you also have to stay with the object, yeah? So, I mean, papancha is, you know, I mean, if you jump from one idea to the next idea to the next idea to the next idea, yeah, and within 2 minutes, I mean, you run around the world, you know, you come back to the first point, yeah, and that is papancha, yeah. Contemplation is, you know, sticking with one object, you know, be it the liver, be it the body, be it the hair of the head, you know, or be it the skin, yeah, and then you stick. This is the object, yeah. The object of concentration. Yeah? And once you get that stable, then you ask questions, yeah, about this object and only about this object. Yeah? What is the nature of the object? When I dissect it, what is happening? When I put it in the fire, what is happening? Yeah? things like that. Yeah. So you direct, you put direct questions towards this one object. Yeah. So you will never go into papancha. But people, who don't have enough sati, then they think about this object. For instance, the liver for a moment, then they go, to the bones, and then they go to the skin, and then they go to the hair. That is papancha. That is useless. Yeah. Okay. Next question.
Okay, next question. I know you don't want to talk about hell, but could you please describe something out of your own experience, please? It's so interesting. I don't believe that there are demons in hell that torture people. It doesn't make sense for me.
It doesn't make sense for you. There are people who are torturing people here in the human realm. Doesn't make sense for you, huh? If he wants to know, there are 2 suttas in the Lord Buddha didn't want to talk about it either. Yeah, I mean because it's so terrible. There are 2 suttas in the Majjhima Patipada, in the Majjhima Nikaya. Yeah, and I think it's the Sutta 149, 150, or 151. Yeah, there are 2 suttas. Yeah, I mean it is really describes hell. Yeah. My experience about hell, it's, it's just, constant burning, yeah. But that was the long hell. Yeah? I must have done something really great. Yeah? Must have been ages ago. So, it's not comfortable. Some people have the experience, one of my colleagues, went down to hell, and he was greeted by the guardians of hell, because there is a guardians of the hell, and there's the Lord of the hell, yeah? I mean, it's organized just like in the human realm or in the Deva realm. I mean, why do you think, hell is just a great fiery pit, and that's not true, yeah? Because there are different kinds of hell, and there are 25 different realms of hell, yeah? 5 major realms, yeah, for the major sins, yeah, for the 5 major precepts, yeah, and then each one, is subdivided into other 5 realms, yeah, and the one is the great hell, yeah. So somebody, or you should look, there's a very nice movie, yeah. It was made in Thai. Yeah? There were 5 people, traveling in a little minibus, and they had an accident, and they all went into coma, and they were instantly, received by the guardians of hell and pushed towards hell. Yeah, and only 2 of them came back because they came out of the coma, and the other one stayed in hell. Yeah, and so these 2 people, made a movie about it. Yeah, and it's called The Hell. Yeah. It's in Thai, I think now it is, sometimes you get subtitles in English, yeah? Or we have subtitles in English and the subtitles in German, it's gruesome enough to watch that, yeah? And it is pretty much like the description, in the suttas, yeah? So, maybe there's a little bit of fantasy, but, anyway, it is worthwhile, yeah. I mean, when I was in Germany, I told the practitioners, watch it, yeah. So you know what is coming up, yeah. And normally all of the monks have watched it, yeah. So if you want to watch it, you're free, yeah. You're welcome, yeah. Yeah. To see it, yeah. So as well. Okay.
Yeah, so last question. So this is quite a long question. I can't think of a way to change myself. I don't want to be the way I feel I am. And I cannot stop thinking of myself as being the way I think I am. From what I see through my eyes and feel of what is happening around me, I cannot help but think of myself being in a certain way. And I really don't want to be this way. I almost hate myself for being this way. I feel like an alien around people. Yeah, I think that's this.
The solution is very simple. Stop thinking. And just be. If you don't think about yourself, yeah, then this illusion that he's entertaining, be it a good illusion or be it a bad illusion, will disappear. He just is, yeah. So stop thinking about yourself, who you are, where you are, why you are. Just look, yeah. Look, I mean, focus more on the feelings, focus more on the feeling of the body, or focus more, whatever, yeah. I mean, he has to do meditation. He has to learn how to stop thinking, yeah. I mean, the world that we live in is the world of our thoughts and of our memories, yeah. And the thoughts change, the memories change, and that's how in the long time, we will change, yeah. Okay. Okay, now we have some questions from our readers. Yeah, maybe from the lay people who have some questions. Yeah, we normally ask them in the morning. Yeah. You have some questions, urgent questions you want to ask? No? Okay, let's go.
So, 3 questions from the same person. The first one, what is Abhidhamma? Why is it called higher learning by Wikipedia? He could just look at Wikipedia, but...
Yeah. Abhidhamma is the higher teaching, and the Lord Buddha, taught it in heaven. So, I mean, we shouldn't even think about it.
Okay. Second question, does one have to learn Abhidhamma to achieve Nirvana?
No.
Third question, can one achieve Nibbana by just learning and practicing what is taught in Sutta and Vinaya Pitaka?
No, because we have to practice.
Oh, he did say practicing.
He did say practice.
Learning and practicing.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really have to learn to practice. I mean, you just have to sit down, I mean, there's 2 things, yeah. There's samatha and there's contemplation. The path out, and the 4th noble truth is sila, samadhi, panya. So, I mean, you have to keep your silas, and lots of people forget that, yeah. You have to keep the 5 precepts, yeah. When you're in the monasteries, you keep the 8 precepts. Yeah? Then you have to learn how to train the mind to get focused, until there's no more thought and no more memory arising. Yeah? That's called samadhi, yeah? Or upachara samadhi. Yeah? And then you have to learn how to investigate the things that we believe we are. And that are the 5 khandhas. And it starts with the body. Yeah? Body and bodily feeling. Yeah? Then it's the second khandha is feeling. The third khandha is I think it is thought or memory. Yeah, memory and association. That is, I think that's the third khandha. The 4th khandha is thought. Yeah, sankhara, and the last khandha is vijnana, consciousness. Yeah? These things. Yeah, these are our toolbox. Yeah, how we live. This is our video game. How we play the video game of life. Yeah, no matter in which realm of existence we are. And so we have to investigate. Yeah? So I mean, it is pretty simple. The tough thing is to do it, actually. Yeah? To keep the 5 precepts all the time, yeah? And then to learn how to train the mind to get in samadhi. Yeah? I mean, he can read the suttas. Sometimes they're inspiring. I mean, when you read about all these things that happen, in the suttas at the time of the Lord Buddha, they can be really inspiring. But in the end, you have to sit down and get the mind calm. Yeah? And once you get the mind calm, you have to do the investigation. Yeah? Yeah? Without the investigation of the 5 khandhas, you will never reach the nirvana. Yeah? Okay, so next question.
Second person, is there any meditation technique like visualization or healing energy that can be used for healing the body, or should one just fix on the Buddha and try to let it go altogether?
Healing. Of course, the power of the chitta, yeah, I mean, is immense. Yeah? I mean, if you have the feeling, yeah, you can use the scan technique that is often taught in the West. Place your attention on on the size of a coin, yeah, and then go through all the body, yeah. And if you do that often, I mean, you can go actually quite deep inside the body. And then when you see some parts, that are tense, then relax them. Yeah. I mean, tell them to relax, and then it will be relaxing. Yeah, you can use your sati, you can use the concentration, to heal parts of the body. Yeah, but I mean, this healing energy, I mean, I'm not familiar with that, yeah. I only know the ways of samatha, yeah, of the calm meditation of sati, and if something is there, and then you go and look, yeah, because, I mean, you have inner eyes, yeah, you learn it with contemplation, you have inner eyes, you go to this organ, or you go to this spot, and then you see what is wrong, yeah. And maybe then some idea comes, what to do. Yeah? You might realize you have had the wrong food, that this kind of food is not healthy for you. Yeah? And then you change your diet. Yeah?
Three questions by this person. 2 times 500 pesos appeared in my wallet or in my money box. I believe in devas and psychic powers, but this is just new to me. I don't know if I should accept the money or if a spirit took it from somebody like my father or the bank, or maybe it was just created out of nothing. Should I accept the money? My father told me that it was not him. He did not enter my room, and I don't remember placing the bill in my wallet.
Okay. No, just of course accept the money.
Second question, is legal war bad karma? Will it give bad results?
Yes.
I think some evil people try to ruin my life. I can't have a job, and they have defamed me to the point I cannot go out without being recognized and criticized harshly about lies.
About what? About lies?
Yeah, I don't know why they're connected these two things.
I mean, war is always bad karma. Yeah? I mean, because you fight, you injure people or you kill people. Yeah? So, I mean, it's always, there is no legal war. All the wars are illegal. Yeah. However, in the terms, I think in the international terms, if another country, attacks a country, then you're allowed to defend yourself. Yeah. So that is international law. Yeah. But in terms of Buddhism, yeah, I mean, every war, yeah, even the war of defense, is bad karma. So what was the other thing?
About evil people trying to ruin their life.
Stop thinking. They are not evil people, that is a perception, yeah. See in them, yeah. I mean, the Lord Buddha said, I mean, yes, there are some people who are not that good, not as good as we. Yeah? See the good side. Every person has a good side, yeah. Even the mafia boss, I mean, who tortures a lot of people, yeah. I mean, he loves his children, he loves, he cares about his nephews, yeah, and so on, yeah. I mean, that's a good side. So focus on the positive aspects of this person, yeah. And the best thing, stop thinking about all these things. Yeah? Breathe in, breathe out, yeah. That's it. Yeah? So, third part of the question.
There's actually more. Is it possible to be celibate and at the same time enjoy the senses, like watching TV or Facebook, eating delicious food, etc.? I had been trying for years to be celibate, but I realized it's not possible in lay life.
It is possible in lay life. I mean, he should look to the Zoom-session. I mean, this person, is celibate for 5 years. Yeah, I mean, so it is possible. Yeah, I mean, this is the other thing he's talking about is sense pleasures. Okay, there's nothing inherently wrong, with all these things, yeah. As long as he, as long he makes up his mind that he wants to have another life, yeah. If he wants to get out, I mean, he should cut down on the sense pleasures, yeah. I mean, if you want to be celibate, yeah, I mean, there should be a reason for it, not just for the purpose. It's just like, I mean, some people, just fast, for because they think it is a great thing. No, it's a tool, yeah. Celibacy is a tool, to overcome raga tanha or sensual desires, yeah. And then you shouldn't indulge in the other sensual desires as well. Yeah? So, I mean, if he just does it, and just wants to, tell his mate, look at me, I'm so great, I'm celibate. Yeah, I mean, that's useless. Yeah, if he wants to find a way out, then it is useful. Yeah, also reducing also the other sensual pleasures. Yeah, he doesn't have to give up the sensual pleasures because I mean it is very difficult because he has to go the way of investigation that will reduce actually. So next question.
How can we prepare for nuclear war? Does Ajahn know what will happen?
I mean, you have to ask physicists. It will be quite there will be no nuclear war. As far as I know, there will be no nuclear all-out war. Yeah? There might be some nuclear tactical bombs. Yeah? I mean, he should look at Chernobyl. Yeah? I mean, he should read something about Chernobyl and that the fallout, it's the same thing. Or he should look at Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Yeah? There's nothing you can protect yourself except that you're far away and are not in the direction of the wind that brings it to you. There's nothing. Yeah. Prepare yourself for death. That is much more helpful. Yeah? Sooner or later we die all. Yeah? Some of us are, burned or put to ashes alive by a nuclear blast. Others, will die of radiation. That is much worse. Yeah, it can take up to 20 years, to die of this radiation poisoning. Anyway, next question.
So, next person. While meditating, I heard sounds like people talking, whispering behind my back, but there was nobody behind me.
That's right.
Fear arose, then I repeated Buddha, Dhammo, and Sangho,
Yeah.
and I told myself it was a delusion. Then it disappeared, but the next evening it occurred again and it disappeared again. Is it just a hindrance?
It can be a hindrance, yeah. So I mean, don't pay any interest to it, yeah. I mean, even if you hear it, then go back to the Buddha, yeah, because it also means that your attention is split, yeah. Half of your attention is on the Buddha and half of the attention is on the sound, yeah. Because if you're completely concentrated, you don't even hear the sound. But it can happen. Yeah? I mean, he can have practice. Some of these things that he can hear. People, yeah? Even if they are not around.
Last question: can a person with schizophrenia enter the stream?
That's very difficult to answer. Yeah? I mean, it's the same question. Can Chilabir enter the stream? I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can enter the stream, but I can tell you, if you put all your effort, in doing Sila, Samadhi, and Panya, I mean, then you will be able to enter the stream. Yeah. That's all what I can say. Yeah. But a schizophrenic person, it's very difficult. Yeah. This schizophrenic person, yeah, I mean, it's mostly in its world, it is actually in two worlds, yeah. That's why it's called schizophrenic, yeah. It's in two worlds, yeah. It has to stop thinking. And that would be very difficult, yeah. I mean, why does he, yeah? There are lots of schizophrenic people in this world, yeah. They don't know that they're schizophrenic, yeah, because they want to live in another world, in the world of games, in the world of Second Life. Wasn't there a game, called Second Life, yeah, where they can make up a new personality and act out, a new, all these things. I mean, that is for me schizophrenic already, yeah, because we don't accept reality as it is. Yeah. The only way to get out is, stop thinking. It's always a good solution. Stop thinking. And just see what is happening. Yeah? Because all these things are still happening. Yeah? But because of our thinking, of our mind engine that is still running, we don't know what the nature is like. Yeah? What did I say about stopping the mind engine? Yeah? I mean, it's just like, you go, with your big, noisy car, into a nature park, yeah? With all these birds and with all these, with all these flowers, but you have your air conditioner on and you have your engine running, yeah, and you have your radio running, yeah, and maybe sometimes the TV running. I mean, what is the point, yeah? So you have to close down the TV, the radio, the air conditioner, then the engine, and then open the window, and then you know what nature is, yeah. So, and this mind engine is created by our thoughts and memories. Yeah? So if we stop thoughts and memories, I mean, actually, experience the nature, yeah, of whatever it is. Yeah? Okay, that's enough for today. Yeah, I think it's long enough. 1.5 hours already. Yeah, but if you have some pressing questions, I mean, is it okay? You're still there?
Yeah, yes, I think no questions from online.
Okay, so next time, sometimes in November, yeah, probably also around the 22nd or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because on the 27th I have a talk. Okay?
Yeah.
Good night, everybody. Yeah? Or good morning. People in the US.
And let's all pay respects to Ajahn together. Well, okay. See you, Ajahn, next month.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Please, don't bother us with your online purchases. If you need something, the basic things you always get from the monastery. Yeah. I mean, we have to run around, when these carry-out things come in, and then we have to look for you. That's not our job as monks. Yeah. If there is something important, let us know, and then you said you can only buy it online. But most of the things you can buy, you just go out and buy it, wherever it is needed. Yeah, if you need something. If it is really important, come, yeah, and say, I need this, yeah. But what do you need? You need your Buddha and your breath, yeah, huh? That's it. What you have to look after, yeah. Toothpaste, toothbrushes, you can all soap, you can get, from us, yeah. Pillows and blankets, we have so much, yeah. We have bundles. We can open a shop, and huh? So to order it online, it's a waste of time, yeah. It's a waste of money, yeah. We provide you with the basic things, yeah. And whenever you need something, be it a soap or be it a new toothbrush or toothpaste, yeah, a blanket or a pillow or whatever, we have it, candles, we have it, lighters and so on, we have it, we have plenty of it, yeah. And if you run out, we let you know. Yeah, okay, yeah? It's not necessary, all these things are not necessary, yeah. We don't check what you buy, but But it is a burden on us, yeah. You understand that? Yeah. But if it is really necessary, then come and check with us. Okay. Oh. What is? You have a question?
No, but after 1 hour I have to.
It's 1.5 hours.
1.5 hours. Wow.
Yeah, that's why my knee is stuck. No, please. I'm not that. Not yet.
I'll try again.